It's a shit show, but it's a hit, yo. Panel full of talkers, all bark, no soul. Drama's on tap, spilling fast and loud. Dollar signs flashing when they rile the crowd. Super chats rolling, they pay for the beat. Truth takes a backseat, clouds the belief. It's a shit show, baby, primetime gold. Numbers climb high while the morals get sold. Turn up the heat, let the chaos flow. Ain't about truth, it's a rodeo. If the views keep coming, the cash still grow. I'll stop the circus, let the madness go. Fake tears fall and the mic gets cut. One's playing victim, the other talks tough. Receipts get dropped, now the chat's on fire. A digital bonfire built from liars. But every low blow makes the money ring, so they keep on dancing in that drama swing. It's a shit show, baby, primetime gold. Numbers climb high while the malls get sold. Turn up the heat, let the chaos flow. Ain't no God truth, it's a radio. If the views keep coming, the cash still grow. I'll stop the circus, let the madness burn. There's a spotlight on the petty, and fame's just clicks away. They don't care who they bury, as long as someone pays. It's a shit show, baby, but the lights still shine. Even fake crowns look good online. One big game where the real get paid, but the scoreboard's few, so the lights stay paid. Yeah, it's messy, ugly, and kinda slow, but welcome y'all to the shit show.
From playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium.
To look at. Thank you. It's been a great day. Love to all.
Thank you. Darth Vader?
The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. Also, it should be known that the people of this town, the pools that want their storm drains cleared, they should not have their storm drains cleared. Because in order to do that, we will have to raise taxes. And how will the people trust this city council when this city council continues to vote for surveillance technology that imprisons them? Miss Campbell, you must work on your Jedi mind tricks. Do it like this. And when you do it, make sure that when you're double speaking them, into telling them that police services have become more humanitarian, make sure that you don't emphasize the detail that you put a ban on camping. You put a ban. You made criminalizing homelessness illegal. And that is why there is no such thing as humanitarian policing for the homeless, because we have effectively criminalized homelessness, which is good. Now we can staff. Now we can fill our jails with free prison labor, especially like that of the Otay Mason Detention Center, where they are making $1 a day for working for 12 hours. And there have been multiple cases of tuberculosis. Yes, and this is good. This is what the Emperor needs. This technology will help us find the rebel scum and their hidden base on Hoth. This technology will help us find Luke Skywalker as he traverses the universe in his X-Wing. This technology is a necessary force.
Thank you. Roger Ralphs? Is Ralph?
So, I don't know what you guys think about flock, but I kind of like the guy in the front row that says, get the flock out. We're going to discuss something after this next video. Darth Vader comes back up. So in the meantime, think about it. What is your thoughts on these flock cameras? Do you like the surveillance? Do you like somebody watching your butthole twitch every step you take? Think about it.
Roger Ralphs present. Thank you. And our final speaker is Darth Vader.
This council has done well. I am pleased, and so is the Chomo Emperor. But we have given too much money to our libraries, too much money to our parks. We need SDPD to have more money for the Emperor to rule over the entire universe. Once the Death Star has been completed, no one will be able to rebel against us. We will be the ultimate power in the universe. We do not need parks. We do not need libraries. We do not need daycare centers. We do not need homeless shelters. All we need is money for our stormtroopers. And anyone that disagrees is part of the Rebel Alliance and a scum, and they should be taken away immediately. This council needs to understand that we are the ultimate power in the universe, and we will not succumb to the forces of democratic will. No, this council was elected to serve the police, not the public. And if our stormtroopers don't receive all the funding that they deserve, there will be hell to pay with the Emperor. And he is not as forgiving as I.
Thank you. This concludes testimony here in chambers, so I will begin the 5 minutes.
So, what's on your mind? What do you think? Are you familiar with these flock cameras and what they do? The data centers that are coming up to keep all the data that it collects? What is its efficiency? What are its costs? Thank you, Mrs. Space Cake. Appreciate that. Your birthday was on the 20th. So let's talk about Javon's paradox. Javon's paradox is an economic concept stating, let me pull it up here. Javon's paradox is an economic concept stating that as technological progress increases, the efficiency with which a resource is used, the total consumption of that resource often increases rather than decreases. Instead of conserving resources, efficiency drives down relative costs, which in turn expands demand and utilization across broader applications. And I'll speak about the AI on this same aspect here in a minute. Efficiency gains. This is under the core mechanics. Says an innovation reduces the amount of a resource, like coal, oil, or electricity, required to perform a specific task. Cost reduction Because the resource is used more efficiently, the effective cost of the service or good it provides drops. And everybody thinks this is good stuff. Increased demand. The lower cost makes the activity more affordable and accessible, leading consumers and industries to use more of it. This is relative to the AI. Net increase in consumption. The expansion in total usage frequently outpaces the efficiency savings, resulting in a higher aggregate consumption of the resource. And the historical context is going to tell us all we need to know. The concept was first proposed by the English economist William Stanley Jevons in his 1865 book, The Coal Question. Jevons observed that technological improvements that made the steam engine more efficient at using coal did not reduce Britain's coal consumption. Instead, the higher efficiency, the technology, made steam power more economical for a wider variety of industrial uses, causing coal consumption to rise dramatically. Modern examples, computing and energy. Modern microprocessors require far less energy per computation than older computers. However, because computing became cheaper and more ubiquitous, entering into homes, family computers, back in the 70s, total global energy consumption dedicated to data centers, cloud computing, and consumer devices has skyrocketed. The computing energy is the one I'm talking about when it comes to AI and these flock cameras. Because just like coal, that's an industrial use. Just like computers, it was used in government and military. Well, a lot of these technologies are now coming into the homes, like the computing technology came into the homes in the 70s. And because it expanded from general military and government uses worldwide into every home, now we have a skyrocketed use of computers. Same thing with AI. See, AI used to be movies, video editors, things like that. Now it's entering into our own laptops, and we get to use it ourselves. And that itself has caused the AI use to skyrocket. And like I've said many times, back when I was first learning how to build and program computers, I understood the very basic concept that it's an input program, that you have to put something into it first. And if you're going to put shit in, you're going to get shit back. And that's what a lot of the AI is today, with people that don't know how to use it, whether it be video generations or chat GPT. And they're putting in shit, and they get shit back. And all this shit is being stored in data centers. The data center is the new sewage plant. And when it comes to Jevons paradox, there's going to come a point where these data centers are going to fail. There's no way they can keep up with the rising, skyrocketing use. That's why I urge you to stop. Put this fucking laptop down. Turn off your computer. Turn off your devices. Get outside and get involved with those resources yourself firsthand. The real world, the natural world, the observable world. Otherwise, you're going to have Darth Vader at your next city council wanting those data centers. And he's not going to look like Darth Vader. None of them do. It was just a coincidence this guy happened to dress up as Darth Vader to put it across in a blunt way. Satirical, sarcastic, begging people to let him allow the surveillance state. See, we used to have a neighborhood watch program. Now it's flock cameras. The neighborhood watch program used the people as the resources. They're still using you as the resources for the neighborhood watch program. And they're monitoring all the shit that you put into it. And that is what you're doing. You're putting shit into it. You're putting your popularity, your influencing, your lies, your drama, all your bullshit. You're putting right into these devices. That's why they need the data centers, because you need them. Without the data centers, you won't be able to use your devices. And then when those data centers are overwhelmed and can't keep up, they won't be able to keep up with any device. It won't be able to keep up with a supercomputer or the cheapest iPhone or the cheapest Android phone. They won't even be able to keep up with a phone that you have from 3 years ago that's no longer in service that you can still use for videos and stuff like that. It won't even be able to service those. P.I.G.S.C.U.N.T.S paradox is something we need to pay attention to now and understand that this technology is being used way too much by way too many people that don't know how to fucking use it. Don't understand their use of it. Don't understand the requirements on the other end of their use and their neighbors' use and their friends and families' uses. As everybody communicates through these devices, rather than going outside, getting your happy ass up off your ass, your fat, lazy ass, getting up, going out, walking down to the neighbors, walking over to your mom and dad's house across town, or even getting in a car, for crying out loud, that doesn't use coal anymore. But that's the same thing. You know, it was a great innovation that the car was invented, so we didn't have to use horses. That's the epitome of P.I.G.S.C.U.N.T.S paradox right there. We have natural resources that won't dissipate. And yet we prefer to use natural sources that we can consume and annihilate and obliterate to the point where we can't find them anymore. And then are forced to go back to our nature. And many of you, if you were forced to go back to your nature today, you would die tomorrow. Who's going to raise your kids if you die tomorrow? Oh, wait a minute. Your kids ain't been raised properly either, so they'll die tomorrow with you. Maybe you guys don't understand the importance of this. I don't really care if you do or not. I'm just doing my duty to put it out there. My voice is a great voice, and I have a platform where nobody can deafen the ears to hear it. It's your right to know. So maybe you'll put it out too. Maybe you'll start spreading the word. I don't know. All I know is that's my job. So in the meantime, yeah, I really don't care. I'm not buying what you sell.
Hold up, grab my soda, cause I told you I'm colder than hell. I ain't buying what you sell, it don't ring my bell. Unless it's got the smell, you know, like grape vape. We ain't talking vapes or the color of drapes.
Absolutely.
And a cape is the good shit. Just one hit, you sold it, you fall into a bit, non-bit. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie, obliteration of the carnation with gross castration, skewed citation by your intimation. Get real, young man, there's only one stand. You can't stand a suntan, how you gonna live on the land? Obliteration of the carnation with gross castration in skewed citations by your intimations. I'm a truth in rotation, you're a cheap imitation. Dark said hums, 808s make the ground shake. Cold as the grave, every word's a land quake. You're a flicker in a cipher, I'm the flame that won't fade. Step into the night where the shadows are made. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie. I'm gonna click another hit of this good shit, and I'm already it, so take over, it's been non-bit.
Thank you for joining us at Personality Inventory Mockumentary Productions. Man up, slaves, and hit those buttons, or I'll send ice.